away.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Claude and the Bansters. Unfortunately, Terry's not with us tonight, but I've got a great lineup. First of all, Sophie, how are you doing? How are you doing, darling?
I'm brilliant, thanks, Claude. After yesterday, yeah, try not to think about it too much, but not too bad. How are you?
I'm all right. I mean, I'm better off after the weekend. It was a good weekend for Arsenal, and I'm sure next to you there, Tony Rolfe. I bet he's buzzing there. How are you, Tony?
Very well, thank you. And as pointed out earlier, I brought my book along with me today. A bit of David Icke, and we're looking at Manchester United, and in particular the penalties situation with this particular club. Just saying.
Oh, well, you ain't got to worry about it. You won the game. Don't stop moaning.
Exactly.
Stop moaning. You're in the final, unfortunately.
Just feel it needs to be pointed out.
That's as far as you go now, the final, yeah? You know, don't worry. At least you've got Europe Champions League possibly to fall back on, but you won't be winning no FA Cup. That's for sure.
Thanks to Jose.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And of course, my Bansta and my bro Diesel. How are you, mate?
That's right. We are like twins, aren't we, Claude? It's like Danny and Arnie from Twins, mate. We look alike, both bald. I'm just slightly taller, but other than that,
the only thing is I can't flirt as well as you, mate. That's all.
Hey, no, listen, mate. I read a lot of books, mate. That's all. Hello to everyone in the chat. I hope you're all well. Always a pleasure when we have Tony Rolfe and Sophie. Great friends of ours, great friends of the channel. Tony Chelsea SW6 and Sophie hairdryer treatment. Check those two out and sub up to them, please. Very quickly before we get started, guys in the chat, Chris044, hello. Patrick Arlo, Sammy Gooner, Matt, Harry Jameski, Yassa 159, Gooner Stanislav, Winksy, hope you're well, mate. Midnight Rider, Christian Tate, Alido Varilla, David Dundas, Ben Brown, Omar Yaya, my brother. Lone Star Londoner, no, let me say again. No like Bender. Quality name. Tim Golding, Nathan Waters. I'm getting there soon, guys. I'll be 2 secs. Samin Shah, Lama. I think that's about it. It didn't take too long. I did all right, didn't I? I pronounced them well. Hope you're well, everyone. And thank you for tuning in.
Right. Okay, right. Let's start with you, Sophie. Sorry to start with you on this horrible weekend for you, but
we need to. Go
on. Man United came into the game in good form. Do you think? I mean, from what I see, I couldn't believe the selection he made yesterday. But then when I'm thinking about it, these players have been playing non-stop 4 or 5 games without changing the team, and I thought maybe. Yeah, they're probably a bit tired and they needed to rest because of these Champions League games coming up. Do you think that's made the difference because the players that come in were just not good enough? In my opinion, but what do you think?
I think it highlighted, like you said, the lack of squad depth. Like we simply aren't good enough to rest our top players because we haven't got quality players filling in for them. I think we changed system yesterday, which baffled me a little bit because we've been playing so well in that system, obviously with Martial, the front three rotating. We mixed it up yesterday and it looked like we were a bit clueless, to be honest. And I think that tactically we did get it wrong. But at the same time, I think you could see that we're obviously prioritising Champions League. I don't like that. I think if you're in a semi-final of the Cup, you go all out to win it. And obviously, Ollie will be judged on his trophies at the end of the day. But you have to pay massive respect to Chelsea. They wanted it more than us yesterday from the first whistle. That they were better than us all over the park. And I think, like I say, it just shows the lack of quality we've got. I think Ollie kind of is a lose-lose because if he doesn't rotate and he doesn't drop certain players and they get injured, people are on his back. And when he does rotate, obviously, we've seen the lack of quality we've got and people are on his back again.
Yeah, I can understand that. And also, remember, they have still got 2 chances to get into the Champions League with the Europa League as well. And they've got to think of that as well because they've got them games coming up, although they've got an easy second leg there, but the rest of the tournament they've got to think about as well. And
Yeah.
I suppose he had to do it and take the chance. But unfortunately, the one player that you don't expect to make those sort of errors is David De Gea. I think he's got a bit of unfair criticism this morning. I mean, I see Arsenal fans going on about Martinez is better than him and all this. I don't think that's right to say that, because he's had one poor game, and it's to write him off completely is a bit naughty, really. But what do you think went wrong with him yesterday?
I think De Gea, to be honest with you, we say one game, but I can remember in the last few games where he's made a mistake. Like, it's more consistent with him. It's more frequent these mistakes are happening. And I am worried about it. I don't know if it's a mentality thing, whether he's dipped in confidence. I'm not sure what it is. I've personally said that I would rather have Romero in now for the end of this season. And I think Ollie should put an arm around him and say, look, he's protecting him a little bit. Because if you imagine De Gea makes a mistake against West Ham because his head's not in it, and then we lose out on Champions League football, like, it could be devastating. So that's what I would do if I was Ollie. But in terms of De Gea, he hasn't been right for some time. Like I said, the mistakes are happening more frequently now. And I'm normally one of the first people to defend him. But I genuinely think I would have saved that second goal yesterday. And I'm terrible in goal. Like, it was a mistake you don't expect from a top keeper.
Yeah. There were poor mistakes. Coming on to you, Tony, you must be chuffed. Lampard got his system right. When I'm watching Giroud play, I think you've got much better balance in your team than when Tammy Abrahams was playing. I don't know if you agree with me, but he's probably. Do you think he'll be playing him in the final?
Yeah, I think so.
Tony,
I think. Yeah, can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
Yeah,
loud and clear.
Good. Yeah, I think Giroud will play in the final. If he's fit and everything else. And he's some player. He really is some player, Claude. And you are right. He does seem to suit our style of play, because every ball that goes in, it sticks. He buys us a few seconds. We're a very quick side, and he allows other players to, sort of move up the park a lot quicker.
I think he's underrated, Giroud. I think Giroud is a quality player.
Completely.
Quality.
He's a great finish. He's a great finisher. He's a pest, and I think he bullied you. I think as a team we bullied you right from the start. Yeah. We pressed high. We showed our intent from the first minute right to the last, and we just didn't allow you to play. We were just on you. We were even in the last seconds of the game. Our players were hurrying down and stopping you, getting into a rhythm. And I just think Frank got it absolutely spot on. He really did. And
I think you took inspiration off the Southampton game. They pressed us high and we didn't like it. You look when Wan-Bissaka gets the ball, he looks uncomfortable. And you look constantly like you were going to nick the ball high up the pitch yesterday. We couldn't cope with the press. You got it spot on.
I mean, we were sort of hurrying, really. I mean, I thought you were far too slow the way you were sort of passing the ball around. And it was enabling us to press on you really up high up in the park. And of course, we all know what happens then. It does force mistakes, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, the goals, the first two goals, I mean, let's be honest, we scored them at the perfect time, just before the break, and then just at the start, because Ollie sent your players out early, didn't he?
Yeah.
With the intention to come at us and obviously try and claw back, the 1-0 deficit. But within 3-4 minutes, we're 2-0 up, and it's a real kick in the teeth, isn't it? But that just spurred us on. And honestly, I cannot fault that Chelsea side. That was just a beautiful performance, right from, as I say, the first minute to the very, very last minute. Yeah, absolutely buzzing. We did dominate, and it was really, 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 really pleasing the way. And we made changes too. We've made changes to our goalkeeper, and can you still see me, guys?
Yeah.
I can't
see the screen right now.
I'm not disputing about the changes. What I'm saying is, when you make changes, you've got players of similar ability that can come into the team, right, and do a job. Whereas I think United, don't have that. I thought Daniel James was shocking yesterday when he came in.
Non-existent.
You know what I mean? He was shocking. To me, he looks too lightweight for the Premier League.
I agree. I think that yesterday we say tactically Ollie got it wrong, but I was literally seeing Wan-Bissaka letting the ball roll underneath his foot. We saw the Williams pass that led to the second goal. We were just diabolical across the board, like basics. Like nothing that Ollie had anything to do with. Just players miscontrolling the ball. We just weren't at it at all. And Chelsea were spot on.
And I've got to tell you, Sophie, right? There's a lot of crap I think been spoken about the 3 results prior to because obviously you've had three victories.
We haven't played well though.
Game, well, no, but the very first game of the season, I thought we would. I don't know how we lost that 4-0. To tell you the truth, we hit both uprights. I think before you even took the lead, mistakes from our point of view.
Yeah.
You hit us on the break, and we took that one on the chin. The Carabao Cup, let's be honest, it was settled by an absolute wonder strike, wasn't it? And it was very nip and tuck. And I think we actually played a very weakened side that night in the league. I'll give you that one. Yeah. I think you kind of adopted the same type of tactical, prowess as the first game where we played against you. But it was the complete opposite, on Sunday. And it's really weird, isn't it? Because a lot of people were predicting an all Manchester final, and what we've got is an all London final. And but it's quite incredible looking at that final now, where you've got a stadium in London, 2 London sides. What going to have 90,000 supporters outside? I mean, you could see a lot of supporters outside that stadium that day, can't you? Bearing in mind it's just up the road for both of us. No, buzzing, absolutely buzzing with that. It's, I've got to tell you, I was just purring, just purring, superlatives.
I think, I'll be honest, I saw the warning signs though. Against Palace, for example, we started slow. Against Villa, we started slow. Obviously, we scraped a draw against Southampton. Like, Matic got caught on the ball a few times in those games. Pogba got caught on the ball. And I remember saying in my fan camp the other week, I said, if we play like this against a top team, we'll get caught out. And we saw it a few times with Matic yesterday, just nicking the ball. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's complacency, I'm not sure what it is, but we seem to want too much time on the ball. It's too slow and passive. And like I say, we come up against a good team yesterday and they took advantage of it.
And also, again, I think it favoured us, the fact that we had a couple of extra days rest.
Of course, we did look tired as well.
Yeah, you can't, obviously, you have to take that into consideration. But, that's what squads are all about. And I think Claude mentioned it before we even went out on air, or it might have actually been you, Sophie, in terms of squad depth. Yeah, I think Chelsea have got a lot of good players of the same level. Do you know what I mean? That's on our bench. So if we lose 1 or 2, we're replacing them with a similar type level player. So we can rotate, and it doesn't affect us too much. Where I think Man United's first team, you could argue, maybe on paper it looks better than Chelsea's, but it's
a massive step down. Yeah.
Yes, that's the thing. And that's what we're trying to do with these players.
Sorry, mate, very quickly. Unfortunately, I do have to interrupt right whenever we have a super chat. I just want to quickly read this one out. Sammy Gooner, my guy, I hope you're well, mate. Thank you for the homies are here. The homies are here. Come on. And I'm pretty sure he's talking about us. So thank you, Sammy. Big up yourself, mate. Well done. Thank you. Commence.
Yeah, I think that's what we're trying to do right now, Sophie. Like with the players that we're trying to buy, we're trying to go up another level now and get that first team. So perhaps the level below or the bench is now going to be slightly weaker than the first. Do you know what I mean? And that's how you build, isn't it? And,
yeah, definitely, 100%.
I mean, and the weird thing is the result before it. Sorry, Claude. The result before it wasn't it incredible that Jose Mourinho kind of benefited both of his former clubs. And no one mentioned that in the press, did they? No one. Perhaps he would have bloody volleyed them. I don't know, but he done us a massive favour. We both had a boost before that kickoff, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't think it looking at us.
That's why you can't write Mourinho off, because now he's got Kane and Son fully fit. They seem to have run the last 3 games quite well, haven't they? So you can't write him off at all. I've heard a lot of people writing him off, but he's come back with 3 good wins there, and he's in a good position now to get that Europa League spot on it. Although he would have preferred better than that, but I think
Claude, Claude, look, are you guaranteed a Europa League spot now that you're in the final?
Only if we win the FA Cup, because I think it'll be 5th, 6th, and 7th. But I think if the FA, because 5, 6, and 7, it'd be 5, 6, and 7. And Leicester are in 5th at the moment, aren't they? If Leicester don't qualify and get 5th, then it'll be down to 5, 6, and 7th, won't it? So it'll be Wolves, Leicester, and probably Spurs because they're 5 points in front, aren't they? Arsenal have to win both games and hope Spurs don't lose the last one. So it's going to be very tight.
They got Palace, haven't they? I think.
But I think it's going to be like last year. Well, last year it was we had to beat Chelsea for the Champions League. It could be we have to beat Chelsea to be the Europa League. Oh Jesus! Anyway,
do you know what? Very quickly, guys. Sorry, can I just? Doug's made a good point here because I did want to touch on that tonight. Sophie, your keeper, David De Gea. What's going on? Has he lost it? Does he not want to be there, or because he hasn't
seen himself? He hasn't seen himself for a few months. You'd say now he has cost us a few goals of late. I always defend him and say, like, think about how many points he's saved us over the years. Like, he's been incredible for us. But the consistency and the frequency of these mistakes are getting more regular most games now, and that's what worries me about it. So for me, like I say, I wouldn't say get rid of him. I'll put an arm around him if I was Ollie. I'd try and protect him for the last few games, because I think it's confidence, and then have a chat with him at the end of the season and see obviously where his heart lies, because the performances of late haven't been good enough for a top goalkeeper, like so-called best goalkeeper in the world. Ain't been good enough. So that's what I would do personally if I was Ollie. I'd just try and comfort him. He seems like a confidence player to me. Try and lift him that way. Don't just drop him and obviously leave him out to freeze. That's not the way to deal with him. But at the minute, we can't carry anyone. We're fighting for top 4. And like I say, I dread to think if De Gea made a mistake against West Ham that could cost us Champions League football. Like, I fear for that situation. So Romero has been a good servant to us. Every time he's been called upon, he's done a decent job. I think he's more than good enough to play the last 2 games of the season.
Do you think Dean Henderson is ready to take over his?
See, I was saying not long back. I was saying give him another year out on loan. Keep De Gea for another year, and then maybe that'll be the time. Because Henderson, I do believe, will be England's number 1, and of course he'll want to be United's number 1. But it's hard to call it. Like, I don't want to be rash about it. People are saying bring Henderson back alongside De Gea and make them fight it out. That might be a good way to go about it. But it's an awkward one, isn't it? Because Henderson's going to want to play regular football. He's going to want to break into that international team. So I think it might be another year before he comes back. I
just want to say, right, I actually watched your stream earlier on with Meg. So I did watch it.
I bet you did.
And,
love that.
I'm taking the side. No, I did watch it. I happened to glance at it. And to be fair, someone put in your chat, I can't remember who it was, and I did agree with it. Someone put what they were basically saying was the thing about Dean Henderson. He's had a great season, but he's under the radar, right? And it's a massive level up from going from Sheffield United. If you make a mistake, it's not really highlighted. You make one at Man United, it's out there, isn't it? And I think that is actually a true point. That is a great point.
It's true.
So I do agree. One more year,
Yeah, I think or even getting back, but obviously don't promise him first team football for the season. But he's going to want to be playing first team football, of course he is. So I'd say one more season and then bring him back.
Yeah, totally agree.
Diesel, moving on to you, mate. Big win on Saturday for the boys.
Yep. They've done that for you.
I thought that's the best we've played for a long time. But
I'd agree.
I've got to say, Man City were very, very poor. I thought we made them look poor, but I couldn't. I looked at De Bruyne. He looked like he wasn't interested on Saturday. But having said all that, I'm looking at that and I'm wondering. I'm asking you on Arteta. Do you think he's got lucky here in a way that Leno got that injury when he did? Because since he's come,
you're lucky Terry's not here, mate. I tell you, he'd have your guts for
No. That's why I'm saying it, because I'm not going to get.
I know. We can say what we want. He's not here. Love it. Go on, carry on, Claude. Carry on.
So I just feel he's kept 5 clean, good sheets, and he's looked some of them saves. I don't think Leno would do. Remember that Leno mistake against Olympiacos in that game? Yeah. I just feel he looks more confident. He commands his box much better. He's got more understanding with his defenders, and it's the proof's in the pudding. He's taken 5 clean sheets since he's come in. And do you think he's got lucky in that respect?
Do you know what I would say, right? And I'm going to say something that's really, really controversial here, right? I'm not, and listen, you know, may prove to be an unpopular opinion, but I don't go with the masses, Claude, as you know, and all opinions are my own, right? What is the difference? I've seen Arsenal fans coating off Mourinho, right, for the bus style, right? What did we do in that game? I'm not taking anything away from that because that was the best defending I've seen us play in the last couple of years. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. But let's be fair, we parked the bus. We did.
This is why I fear in a way, I fear the final, because Chelsea is a different proposition and they'll be more physical, especially more physical than the other teams, and they'll play a different game. So the onus will be on us a bit more. So, yeah, I do understand what you mean, and it does make me laugh because they're all going on about we don't want Mourinho, we don't like his style of play, we don't want him there, and yet you're right. Arteta's exactly played the Mourinho style, isn't he, to win these games?
Yeah. I'm not knocking it. Claude. No, I said before, I will take boring football. I will take boring football. I will take a 1-0 win. Right, if that's how we play next season, right, playing like that, but we're winning games, right, and we win a trophy, I'll have that all day long. I don't. This is the thing. There's a lot of Arsenal fans who would rather watch a 5-4 defeat than a boring 1-0 win. I'm one of those. It's all about winning for me. I don't care how we do it. We win.
One thing I'll say about your performance today. Sorry, Claude.
Do you notice with Man City? Sorry.
No,
do you notice with Man City though as well? They're a bit. To me, sometimes they can be a bit one-dimensional. They don't have that. You can actually stop them playing quite easily because they don't have that centre forward.
Try and score the perfect goal. That's what I always feel.
They don't have that man.
They overplay. They overplay, don't they?
Yeah, and they don't have
without Aguero.
Jesus is level exactly. I think they're missing Aguero, but they don't have that yet. That's what I'm saying. And all these players, they're not. They were quite easy to block out last night. They were. I don't know how to explain it. They're missing that target man for me.
Yeah. Aguero when it's there.
That plan B, they're missing it for me. They're all right when they're playing teams that are not as organised as we were, but.
Very quickly.
I think Chelsea will get, although they're not as good as Man City, but they'll give us a different problem.
Yeah.
In that respect.
Doug, we will come to you. Sorry, mate. Super chat from Doug. I call him Douglas because I'm old school like that. Doug, you know I love you, mate. Douglas. I'd argue De Gea hasn't been the same since World Cup Russia 2018 when he made the mistakes versus Portugal. Absolutely bang on, Douglas. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's had like a few games where he's made a few good saves, but then like you don't fully trust him as before. De Gea obviously referred to him as a cat. Like you trusted him, but it's just simple mistakes, and that's what it is with him. That's I mean the kind of mistakes he's making are concerning. But I was going to talk about Arteta and why I thought he played so well the other day. But that's the most resilient I've seen an Arsenal team. Like since I can remember, like the way that you defended as a unit, how organised you were. Like Aubameyang was a constant threat on the counter attack. Like. That's the most balanced performance I've seen from an Arsenal team in a long time, and I think Arteta deserves a lot of credit for that.
It's getting that. Yeah, but it's getting that sort of performance consistently over a season. Can they do that over a season? That's what I'm saying. And also, it's the players. If we don't, I think it doesn't. I don't care what you say. We still need to strengthen that squad. Yeah. Because those players that gave their all yesterday are still ordinary, and they're going to make mistakes in other games. So don't believe it because they're going to pull one, and then next game they'll probably make a major mistake. So there still needs to be a lot of additions.
I think it's similar to us in the aspect of we got certain players who aren't up to the level. Like David Luiz, for example, for me is a liability. And what can Arteta do about individual mistakes? You've seen it so many times for Arsenal at the back. Individual mistakes The manager can't do anything about that. You're relying on quality of players, and like you say, Arsenal haven't got, especially defensively, they're lacking quality.
I'm hoping he doesn't turn into
Louise.
Agent Louise in the final. It could be Agent Louise in the final.
He played well,
Like
didn't Louise, though?
Like Agent Czech in the last final. But Tony won't disagree with me on that one. But it was a couple of them goals that he let in against us in that final, mate. It was a bit suspicious.
Well, funny enough, I read your. By the way, I've got to tell you,
bit suspicious, especially as he joined you about a month later. Jesus Christ, that's not much suspicious enough. God help us. God.
Well, I thought David Luiz, right? Let's just get it straight here. David Luiz, I thought he was immense against Man City.
He was.
And all piss take aside, I thought he looked like how he used to play at Russ on those big game nights. You know what I mean? On those big, he can be a really good player. Let's address Czech here, mate. Yeah, right. Let's just get this one right for right. He stopped you from getting smashed, mate, that particular day. And,
Tone, two of them
are you serious? Are you serious, mate?
I'll do. Yes, Sammy, I do like that, mate. I do like that.
And don't think I didn't read your Facebook stuff today, mate. And all this fucking revenge bollocks. Don't think I ain't seen that, Claude. What was it about revenge?
Yeah, mate, we're coming for you, Tone. We're coming
for you. I've not got a little bit of revenge.
No, Tony, I don't touch Facebook. That's one of my boys attached that. If they put that, it's not down to me, mate.
Revenge for Baku, you said. Well,
I'll put that over. And why not? Well, what's the problem? Well, we're coming for you, mate. Let's face it. Yeah, we're coming for you.
Listen. Let me tell you something, right? We got a bit of revenge ourselves, yeah. You stopped our double, our double, right? Because we were on the line for a second double, and Antonio Conte and all that one, and you played really well that day. And by the way, we have our own. Mind you, the players that come to us, mate, they're fully Chelsea. We all know that actually come to the studio.
Is this team better than the team that we played? The team that we play, is this team as good as the team that we played in the cup final?
Come on, United, up. You know that, mate. Come on.
Hey?
Is our team better? Is our
team we've got now, is it as good as the team that played us in that final?
Well, no, because we were the league champions.
No, but
no, and Gooner, can I accept that Arsenal are a bigger club? No, and I've already had that one out with him for 5 years ago.
We are Tone. We are the bigger club, man. Come on,
come on.
Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Mate, that's a fact, mate. That is a fact.
Okay. By the way, we are the biggest fan base.
What's this? A socialist? What's this?
We have the biggest fan.
There we go.
I feel like I need to referee.
I can hit you with fact after fact after fact, mate. You'd be buried, mate.
Yeah, but you ain't got as many people on Twitter as we have.
We got more on Facebook, mate. More on Facebook.
On Twitter.
On Facebook. Who cares about Twitter, mate? All fucking idiots.
Claude, wave to Josh. Josh Campbell, year 10. Wave to him. Wave. Give Josh a wave, Claude.
Mate, most of the trophies you won, mate. None of you lot were alive.
Nice one.
Most of the trophies you lot won, mate. None of you lot were alive. Seriously. Yeah, I can't get the old record. Oh, here we go. When was it? 18 years ago, a Premier League. Okay. 90 years ago, we won 3 titles in the 1930s.
Right? Don't say you're
Arsenal bigger than Chelsea. Behave.
I'm remaining impartial on this one.
Bigger international fan base.
That you win on penalties, can you? You can't.
We won everything, Claude. I'll tell you what I think. I don't think you're a very big club, mate, when you've only won 1 European trophy. How about that one? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
One European trophy. We got it all, mate. The Man United become the second club, by the way, to win it all. Under John Mourinho.
But has your club ever won 3 titles in 3 successive years?
Oh, what, 1930 when no one was playing? Were they playing in khaki strips? Were they playing in Dad's Army? Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Arsenal? You know what I mean? What they do, they're handing out sandwiches, mate, getting the old war book out, mate, And by the way, don't talk about Aaron Abramovich, mate.
Tone. I've been knocked off one channel this week. I don't need to be knocked off another one, please.
And I'll tell you something else as well, mate. I'll tell you something. Henry Norris, mate. Look at the bloody how dodgy he is, mate. Right. Setting up your club. Henry Norris.
Yeah, very.
Look at your history. Look at your history, mate. And you weren't even. You're a team that don't even come from London.
Come on, Koigi, you know.
What are you talking about in London?
Well, Woolwich, by the way. Woolwich, right?
Come on.
Woolwich, right? Okay, was under the boundaries of Kent. Don't even go there, mate.
Oh no!
And you bribed your way into the league. Go and check out your history, mate. Henry Norris, and he was a West London businessman, and he stopped Chelsea and Spurs getting into the league. How about that one?
So, even Riley's saying Arsenal bigger, and he's a Chelsea fan.
I ain't bigger than us, mate. Bigger fan base, bigger everything, mate. And do what? Do you take your Community Shields, mate? There's only 2 trophies between us. You know that 2.
Yeah, but I think Community Shield's a big trophy, mate. It's a big trophy.
You would, mate. Well, you would, mate. I remember your lot, mate, celebrating it outside Wembley. We played you.
We've got to celebrate something, mate. There's not much to celebrate at the moment.
Oh, by the way, everybody out there.
He's put over the bar. No,
Chelsea don't have many fan channels. No, that's right. We don't. You're right, yeah.
Listen, let's get off that. What I was going to you've made me go off the subject here now. What was I?
There you go, mate.
Would you agree with that comment? Would you agree with that comment, Tone? Taking the bias out, hand on heart, would you agree with that?
What?
What's there?
Arsenal would have had success. Chelsea if Abramovich owned. That's what Chelsea need to remember. They're not as big club as Arsenal before all the money come along. That's absolute bullshit. And do you want to know something, right? You want to go and look in your own history, Yabas, 1, 2, 3. There's a guy who used to own your club called Sir Henry Norris. Go and check him out. Go and check how you bribed your way into becoming a football club. Go and check how you weren't even a London football club. How about that one? That's why you called the Woolwich Arsenal. Woolwich Arsenal.
If you look at the table on the domestic table, we are the 3rd biggest club in the country on domestic trophies. Am I right or wrong?
I love these comments, man.
Yeah, right. Okay, right. We sell 2 million more shirts than you, mate. We've got bigger sponsorship, full stop. You have 17,000 more seats than us, and yet we turn over more than you. Deloitte, we're bigger than you.
What do we
turnover, we're bigger than you. We are, mate. And you have 17,000 more seats than us. There are 135 million fans worldwide, second only to Man United. You've got 117 million. Go and check that one out. Mate, I'm not going
to get into the debate who's bigger or who's not bigger, right?
Well, don't even, mate. We had that one 5 years ago, Claude. On Arsenal Fans TV, by the way.
Go on, Connor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, we won't talk about that.
Anyway, shut
start me on. The only thing we agree on is we hate Spurs. That's it.
Anyway, let's forget all that because who's the chat?
We have revenge Baku.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens in that one because by the way, Tony, do you know if there's fans have been allowed in for the final or not yet? Or
no, I don't think there is. But
there was talk that they were going to allow a limited amount into the final, but it's not.
David Fisher, no, not 10 years, mate. 25 years, yeah? 25 years. 25 trophies, 25 years. Not the last 10 years. I hate that. When all pundits say, in the last 10 years. No, the last 25 years. 25 trophies in 25 years. 1. Not contested in. 1. There you go.
Anyway, right, let's look at the games ahead.
Yeah,
let's look at the games ahead. Manchester United.
Your mugs, mate.
All right, okay.
Your mugs, mate.
Calm down. Calm down.
Fucking months, mate, out there.
Let's look at the games ahead, right? Big game
Yeah,
for you, Tony.
I'll live in Peterborough. The buses are blue, mate.
Right.
Fucking Daniel Harley.
Big
Come on,
game
mate.
on Wednesday
Where do you
night.
live, mate? Milton Keynes?
Come on, James, you know.
I should have
mate,
got
I don't
mine.
give a fuck, mate.
Entertainment is right here on this channel. Come on.
He's probably from Luton. But anyway, let's forget about where
Fucking
Go on,
right,
Tony.
yeah,
Here's one for
FC.
you.
That's right.
Here's one for you. Go on, I'll
Right.
be fair.
Yeah, good old carefree. Listen, can we have a bit of hash here, right? Because I'm
Go on, mate.
right. Big game on Wednesday for you, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fucking hate them.
I know, but
Snap.
I don't mind. I think they're a great club. But never mind that. How do you feel going into that game? Do you think there'll be more changes?
Arsenal is well wide, Chelsea ain't. What fucking job? You fucking deluded, mate. Fucking deluded.
Ignore it, Tony. Ignore it.
135 million fans, mate. Not 117 million. Fucking mug. Do you know what I mean?
So, Tone, are you going to beat Liverpool? Are you going to beat Liverpool?
I'm glad Terry's only away for 1 week here because
I hope we will,
listen,
but I don't think so. Well, I think we'll get something. Well, we need to get something. But I think
do you think there'll be a lot of changes?
Pick a stadium, yeah, great, isn't it? Done you well, isn't it? Go on. What?
Please don't send any comments. I'll never get any answer out of him. Do you think there'll be changes because of the Wembley game? Must have took a lot out of the Chelsea players.
Yeah, I do.
Do you think there'll be changes?
Yeah,
your
I do.
priority
Yeah.
is Champions League. So, how do you think he'll deal with this game? Do you think he'll bring back Tammy for Giroud, or do you think he'll keep Giroud?
I don't really know, mate. But I hear Liverpool. I've heard Liverpool building a stage. Have you seen that, Sophie?
What's that,
Liverpool can build. They've knocked out a load of the seats, haven't they? Built a stage, haven't they, for it?
A stage, yeah.
Only Liverpool can do that shit. You know what I mean? So they're building a stage for
nobody
the
will say
occasion.
anything.
Well, no, that's right. But there'll probably be 40,000 outside, wouldn't there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But that'd be all right, wouldn't it? Because it's Liverpool.
It's not Leeds.
I actually think they should let the fans come in for the trophy one. Yeah, for the trophy.
Why?
Well, they're entitled to celebrate as well, isn't it? I mean, I'm gonna listen. Look the way people are going about the streets. All this lockdown is finished, mate. Anyway, it's all.
Well, that's
it's
right.
all
Claude,
It's
very
all-
quickly, read that comment and can you give his fiancée Lauren a shout out, please, because she's your biggest fan.
What's that? Who's?
B. Sanjay.
Oh, Lauren. Lauren, is it?
Yeah, Lauren. Yeah.
Oh, big shout out to Lauren. Hope you're well. And what team does she support?
United.
Oh, well, and sorry about Sunday, but I'm sure you'll bounce back. When they're playing West Ham tomorrow, isn't it?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I don't
you'll
hate
bounce
Man United,
back against West Ham. Hey?
I don't. I've never had a problem with Man United. You know that. It's weird. You lot have, haven't you?
No.
Arsenal fans.
Yeah, I can't stand him.
Yeah.
No, all joking aside, right? I've got to be honest. All it is, Tone, I've said it on previous streams. I hate Man United more than Spurs. Reason being, when I was growing up, the rivalry that was so intense between years ago, it was Arsenal and Man United. And a lot of that hate, a lot of it is, I hate to say it, but I respected them because I loved Fergie. I loved him.
Yeah.
And I hated them because of their success, but it was always nip and tuck between Arsenal and Man United. Tottenham weren't even an afterthought. And I'm being honest, and I think that's where it comes from, for me personally.
By the way,
but with us, we hate Tottenham, and then it's Liverpool. I don't think Man United are in there at all. I don't even think Arsenal, really. I don't think we hate you. I think your fans pissed me off.
Really? Why?
You never tell. Never noticed.
No, I don't mind. Listen, my mother's a Gooner, mate. You know what I mean? So listen, and I'll tell you something now. If we lose to anyone in the cup final, I hope this this Arsenal, and I'll tell you the reason why. Fair enough, I've got some bad news today. My mother could go blind, completely blind. She's blind in one eye. She could go blind full stop.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine, right? But the point I'm trying to make is, if we do, if we do lose to Arsenal in the final, in a way, I'll be, I'll be happy she's happy. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, it's a pity she couldn't change you, innit? Never mind.
Well, my dad, I'm born in West London, Claude, so Westminster Hospital, so I'm Chelsea, I mean, that's it.
By the way, I found out a new
Thank
name.
you.
It's Bruno. It's not Bruno Fernandes. It's Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, by the way. It's pronounced in Portuguese.
Fernandes.
Bruno.
Yeah,
Fernandes,
Fernandes, isn't it? It said it on FIFA. Fernandes. Yeah, everyone's been saying. I'm hearing Bruno Fernandes a minute, to be honest.
Right. Wolves have just gone 2-0 up, by the way, so they'll be on 59. So that means that Arsenal now. It's between Arsenal and Spurs for that Euro spot, because they'll be 6 points in front. Right,
Who scored, Claude?
Hey?
Who scored?
I don't know. One minute, I'll find out in a minute. So I just didn't see the goal. I just see the score come up. It's a good bit of skill. Who is this? Number 19. Who's number 19?
Jimenez again.
Jimenez, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Good play by that. What's his the winger?
Adama.
Traore. I don't rate him. He's hot and cold, isn't he?
He's effective, but I think Nuno's done a good job.
He was absolutely useless against us, by the way. He was rubbish. But
it's frustrating because he'll beat a man and then he kind of waits and then tries to beat him again.
Yeah,
He's frustrating.
He reminds me of Tony Daly.
Go on, remember him. Aston Villa, right? Winger, Aston Villa.
Yeah, do you remember Tony Daly?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
Well, you're too young. So
I've seen him play though. I've seen him play.
Oh, you couldn't know. You must have been too.
No, not live. Not live, obviously. I wasn't sat in the ground watching. I mean, I've seen it.
Well, you're about 22, aren't you? 22?
It's Chris.
28. I've just gone 28.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't believe
She
it.
looks younger, didn't she?
Yeah.
Everyone always says that.
No, I can't believe it. 28.
And the guys in the chat, right? We've got 212 people watching. Can we all just show a bit of respect here, yeah? Because as we all know, Diesel's wife is on the stream.
Let's kick it off a bit more.
Flirting. I don't like it.
Let's kick it off a bit more, Deeds. Get 300 on. Come on, I'm ready for it.
300. Come on, I'll tell you what.
Go.
Get 300, right? We'll do more rounds. I've got loads more comments here. There is a comment here.
Don't start. Just don't. Look, I'm coming, peace.
Anthony Herbert's a friend of mine, right? A friend of the channel as well. And Anthony made a good point. I would love Chelsea for life if they did this. Because that would be, for me, that is the ultimate favour.
There he comes. Go on.
You need a playmaker, didn't you?
I would say Ozil.
Hey, mate, we'll pay you.
Yeah. Well.
By the way, with Mesut Ozil, the latest is he's rejected the move to Fenerbahce. So that's another thing we found out today as well. He's just rejected the move.
Clive Arts is on Sky Sports now, isn't it?
Hey?
Clive Arts is on Sky Sports now, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll look.
90 million they want. We're clear to talk to him. Agent Czech called. He's flying out to do the do's.
Have you seen about Ake in talks with Man City as well?
Yeah.
Nathan Ake, yeah. And we got first dibs on him, you know that.
Yeah, I don't rate him. Do you rate him?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I think he's decent.
Yeah, he's decent.
If he's that good, what Bournemouth doing down the bottom of the league, man? Come on.
Yeah, but look at the quality around him, though. I can't remember them signing a centre back really since Ake. Like he hasn't got quality around him. Had a few injuries as well.
Thank you, Seamus. Got a Liverpool fan supporting me, Paul. Thank you.
Anyway,
I am putting nice ones up as well. Don't worry.
Can we? If there's any questions, anyone?
Johnny dodgy ones. It's better. They all fucking hate me. No better. Let's have a look.
Anyone got any questions?
Banter. Go on, Claude.
That's Claude and the bands, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyone got any questions for the panel here tonight? I wonder. Any questions coming in?
I think Havertz will be a great signing.
Of Arts, yeah.
Great signing if they get him.
Yeah, good one there from James.
Oh, hang on.
What do I think about Jason Cutty? Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. What's your thoughts on Kai Havertz to Chelsea? Well, I mean, there's a lot of talk about how does that affect Mason Mount and all that, doesn't it? And
let's do some predictions, right? See how this season will finish up, right? Right. Let's look at the top 4 race yet now. How many points, Tony, do you think Chelsea will get out of the 2 games coming up?
Oh, my heart says 6. Do you know, before that Tottenham result, it was weird, right, Sophie? I don't know if you remember. How old did you say you were? 20. You never asked a lady, did you? 28?
I'm 28. Just gone 28,
right.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Right.
Legend.
Well, 1982 in the World Cup, you may recall Germany had to get a 1-0 or a 2-0 win in their last group stage game against Austria. And I think it's called the Disgrace of Dijon. And it happened, and seriously, in the last 25 minutes of that game, both sides were just knocking it around. No one wanted to attack because it suited both teams. And I had this bloody vision that Leicester and Man United were going to go in that last one and just play out because your goal difference is superior to us. But of course, that's all gone, been kicked out of touch. But I was looking at you, and you could actually qualify with 2 draws, couldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be honest. Like, I know Leicester haven't been playing well, but I'm not fully confident we'll beat them on the last game of the season. Like, if you ask me the same question, Diesel and Claude, I'd probably say 4 points. I think we'll beat West Ham. I think we'll beat United. Me being honest, I can't see us beating Leicester last game of the season. I think we look dead on our feet. I think we'll beat West Ham tomorrow, and I can see a draw against Leicester. And as you said, that'll be enough for us to go through.
Yeah, West Ham will be all right because West Ham are safe, aren't they? So they won't really. I
think everyone turns up for United. You know, it's like you say, like they've got nothing to play for, but when you're playing against Manchester United, you see it all the time. Palace, yeah. And I just think that it'll be a tough game, but I do think we'll beat West Ham. And like I said, I think a draw last game of the season.
Yeah, draw. No, but away Leicester are playing. I fancy you to.
Yeah, they're poor, so
I did.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
They have been poor.
Read that, Stephen. One of our loyal people.
Stephen, I have done it. Yeah.
Who does a lot for charity, I know. So
yeah, I forwarded it to Mark for Stephen. I haven't had a response yet, but I have forwarded it on to him.
What is the question? Was it?
Hi guys, I'm still in shock over the Man City game. Come on, you Gunners! What a performance! Sophie, did you mention to Goldbridge about promoting my channel, Stephen Featley, to raise awareness of childhood liver awareness, and also well done for being with Diesel. Ah, bless you. Cheers, Steve. Nice one, mate. Nice. Punching, isn't she? Lovely.
Never take advice, especially with cooking with Goldbridge, because I nearly burnt the fucking kitchen the other day. So I won't be doing any more cooking with Goldbridge. Anyway,
what were you trying to cook?
So
I won't lie.
The last time I'll be watching Cooking with Goldbridge, that's for sure. Anyway.
So if I won't lie, you know, when the goals went in, I fast forwarded it just to see his reaction because he is very, you know, animated character, isn't
he? Yeah.
For God's sake, you know, he has all these lovely sayings, doesn't he? Like
that's the Italian in him. You know, he's Italian, don't you?
You are as well.
I think Goldbridge is quality. I'm not going to
lie. Italian,
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I'm not sure. I think it's his father who's Italian. I think I'm not sure, but anyway.
Claude, you got
a Italian. He's very excitable. He gets very excited.
Can I just say, I think Man United will beat Leicester in the last game. Or do.
It depends what United turn up. I'm saying I'm not confident going into that game. Of course, Leicester haven't been playing well. But I'm hoping that by that point Leicester have just had enough, to be honest, because they've looked poor last few games, haven't they? So I'm hoping that they kind of give up last game of the season. But I always just anticipate that teams are going to show up just because it's United, and that's what I always have in the back of my mind. And if Vardy's scoring, then you know that Leicester is trouble. But yeah, I hope you're right. But I'm going to say a draw just to play it safe, and that'll obviously be enough for us. So.
Yeah, so it'll be 4 points will be enough. Chelsea, you think I get 6? Do you, Tone?
Right, watching them against you, I'd love.
Wolves would be difficult last game, wouldn't it? I know you're at home, but it'd be a difficult game.
it's a very difficult game. It's a difficult game regardless. But I've got to tell you, I hope the Liverpool that turned up against you, we play them on Wednesday night because Liverpool will woeful at your place.
I think you'll beat Liverpool. They're on the beach, mate. Liverpool on the beach.
I hope so.
No, you'll beat Liverpool. They've got no go in them. They're finished now for the season. Especially now they can't get 100 points. I actually think you'll beat Liverpool, but probably draw against Wolves. So I think that'd be a draw. So that will probably
Claude,
mean that
Klopp ain't the type to. I don't know. I think.
So if you both get 4, who's in front then?
We both qualified, isn't it?
Yeah, it's us and Chelsea, isn't it?
But Chelsea are at the front at the moment, aren't they?
We both qualify.
Right,
yeah, so
before you answer that, can I just quickly... Sorry. There's so many comments coming through the chat. Another one from Douglas, super chat. Thank you, Doug. Which position? Oh, good question, actually. Which position do Chelsea, United, and Arsenal need to strengthen? Do Chelsea need to get a keeper this summer, Tony?
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of talk, isn't there, about what's his name? Is it Oblak? Oblak, yeah.
Class.
Abramovich really, really wants him. And in answer to your question, it is a great question. I still think we need a centre half, and of course, we definitely need a left back. I think if we get a left back, a good centre back, and we was to get Oblak, I think then you could toss us in with Liverpool and City as contenders, proper real deal, you know.
Who's playing left back at the moment then?
I'd agree with that. What's his name?
But I think we're just short. Well, Alonso plays left back.
Alonso, that's it.
Yeah, but we don't always do that, Claude. Frank Lampard this season has rotated the entire back line with variables, multiples of variables.
I've got to say, he's done really well to keep the side up in that.
Yeah, he has. But what I'm saying to you is he's not been settled all year. It's either Alonso or Emerson, or he'll push Aspilicueta on the opposite side and then go James the opposite side, and then he always rotates the centre halves. So he's now,
Having said that, you've got to hold your hands up to this, right? I think in the 2 games that we played you this season, although you've took 4 points, I think we've been the better side.
Yeah.
I thought we were the better side at Stamford Bridge, and I thought we were very unlucky to lose at the Emirates. I mean, so I don't know. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah.
This is going to be very close.
Yeah, it will. And all joking aside, I mean, I know we all love our club. But I believe in what I believe in, and that's it. Yeah, Claude believes in you. It doesn't matter. It is banter, and I mean no malice to anyone out there. If I'm upsetting anyone, I'm sorry.
Listen.
Don't be silly, mate.
But the truth of the matter is, right, it's going to be a very, very tight game. And it's who turns up on the day, isn't it? It's just simple as that.
Yeah. Who wants it more, Tone, isn't it?
Yeah. I was quite surprised. I watched a bit of AFTV because you do, don't you? You know what I mean? Just have a little. And I noticed they said, well, yeah, and I've got something to say about that, Paul, actually.
Well, I'll watch
it. Me in a bit. But and they're all saying they prefer Chelsea to Man United, you know? And I'm thinking, well, that's interesting. Do you know what I mean?
In terms of what? Who we face in the final?
In terms of you think that you're more likely to win, yeah.
No, I don't think there's much in it. I think
I wanted Chelsea in the final purely because of obviously it would be fitting for what happened last year. I think we've got a better chance against Chelsea, if I'm honest.
You've beaten us in 2 FA Cup finals.
Yeah, but when it's a final, I don't take form into it, Tone. I said that about when we played Spurs. Spurs were on the floor. We were flying. Obviously, for the last 3 or 4 games were wins. But I said it as well, when if form goes out the window, it's a derby. And obviously, in this case, it's a final. As you said, it's who turns up, who wants it more. It's literally, I don't care about the form. I don't take that into account. Chelsea, you guys were flying, right? You just won the league under Conte. We were massive underdogs and we won. So... And that shocks me. So it just goes to show. The FA Cup has been good to us. You know what I mean?
I met him. I've met him. Just was what really upsets me about all of this, right? Because how many times have we met, Claude, me and you at Wembley with Kenny Ken, all my lot, all your lot, and we've always had a bit of scram, haven't we, in Nando's, isn't it? Yeah? All of us. How many times have we done that, Claude? Fucking loads, isn't it? You know what I mean? Down the years. and we can't do it this year. You know, it's just
subscribe, Marcus, so we can get bigger. Thank you, darling.
Well,
Carry
AFTV will be
Carry
there.
on, Tone.
They will be
You
there.
get one, didn't you? Go on.
They'll probably.
Do you think they will be, Claude? Do you think they will
they
be?
were at the box park yesterday, weren't they? Not the box.
Yeah, they were there.
So that
So-
pisses me off, Claude. I've got to
Right.
say.
Guys, there was a question. There is a question. I really want you guys to answer this. If you could take one player from the opponents, who would you take and why? So obviously, in this case, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United. Ladies first, Sophie. We'll start with
cheers
you.
for that.
My
Cheers for that.
wifey, come on.
I would say that retrospective where we need to strengthen. So I'd say Kante, CDM from Chelsea. I'd probably say Aubameyang, to be fair. We need a goal scorer. Martial obviously is having a good season, but I think Aubameyang can play from the left or play centrally. So yeah, I'd say Aubameyang from Arsenal.
Tony?
That was a struggle. I struggled to choose an Arsenal one. That says a lot, doesn't it?
Wait until you get to me and Claude. Go on.
Aye.
Go on, Tone.
I'll go on.
Man United, Pogba.
What?
Surprised with that.
Really?
Yeah, I've always rated him. I just think he's just. I think he's been mismanaged down the years. I do. I think the last 2-3 years.
Always the manager's fault, innit?
I'm telling you, I just think, you know, what do they say? Class is permanent, you know, and form is whatever. I just think he's a class act. He's just, you know, he's a big game player. I think probably Aubameyang, yeah. Maybe Louise. Punch him a bit. You know what I mean? There you go. Yeah.
Like, you must have been a stand-up comedian in your former life. Claude.
I would
Which
take
one player?
I would take Bruno from United, and from Chelsea I would take Aspilicueta. I think I like him.
Good player.
He's like,
Very
Good player.
underrated.
Yeah, I
Underrated.
agree.
he is, but ain't he 30, 32, 33 Tone?
I don't think he's that old. Yes,
Isn't he?
check it out. I don't know,
He's
actually.
been about, hasn't he?
And Ronaldo's 35.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dog, isn't he? You know what I mean? Just check him out. So, yeah, he's a. Right, so we're not. Aspilicueta. We'll just call you Danny. Let's have a look. Right, Aspilicueta.
Wow,
Yeah.
really? Bro, serious?
30.
Different players from.
Yeah.
I don't think he was, 30 years of age.
Very
Salaries.
underrated for me. Very underrated. I think he's a good.
Yeah, I agree. Good player. I think consistently good.
Nice one. Thank you, man.
I'll tell you what, though, we got a sale. Danny Drinkwater's on it. He's available. We'd like him.
No, I think send him back to Leicester, mate. I don't want him.
I've got another one.
I think
back
we're
in
already
Yoko.
in for one of your old boys. I'm not sure I really want him. Willian. I'm not sure I want him either.
I think William's
Thank you,
been quality.
Daniel.
Yeah, I just feel that I don't feel he'll have that.
I'm worried about Willian, actually. Really worried about Willian. I'm worried about Willian. I've got to tell you. I've got a feeling he might end up at your place.
Yeah, but I think he'll be like another Czech who just wants to see his career out. I don't want these players anymore. Too much damage has been done with all this. I don't know. I'm sorry. No.
Agent William.
Yeah, I don't trust
Another
him.
agent.
I mean,
That's our ploy, isn't it? Put them everywhere.
What was your selection, Diesel?
Chelsea, I would. If he was asking me this next year, it'd be different. I'd be taking Havertz if that comes off. But as of right now, I would take. I'd agree with Safe. I'll take Kante. Kante's class, absolute class. Does the job of two men in that midfield, in my opinion. And Man United, I would take. Do you know what? Right, I was going to say I like to be difficult, as you know, So because I would have said Bruno, but seeing as you've taken him,
Lingard.
I'll behave. Yeah, you couldn't pay us enough. We've already got a fraud at this club. Don't have one. But no, we've. I would probably. Do you know what? I like Wan-Bissaka. You know.
He's been a bit dodgy last few games, but I think he's tired, to be honest.
Yeah, instant upgrade on Bellerin, and I'm just trying to think of players we need. He's young.
That's why I went with Kante.
Yeah, he'll get better.
Because the other player from Chelsea, with Pulisic, like he's been quality this season. He's obviously getting better the more that you see him play, and I think it'd be good. But obviously, we've already got Bruno in that kind of position, so that's why I said Kante. We need a CDM because Matic isn't going any younger, and we've seen that Fred and McTominay can't play that role.
Yeah. But I think Wan-Bissaka, though, I think defensively, he's class. Defensively. Needs a bit of work going forward, but I think defensively he's brilliant.
He is. Yeah, he is.
You know? So, those are my two.
Soph, who do you think's going to win the FA Cup then?
Don't sit on the fence, Soph.
I want... Look, as a United fan, I'm going to say I hope Chelsea go on to win it. Of course I have, but... I think it's going to be a good final, though, because like you said, form goes out the window. I think Arsenal, like that game against City is the best I've seen them play for ages. I do genuinely think that Arteta is progressing with them there, and I think obviously if you get the investment as well, like I think he could be the right guy for you. I'm not going to predict it too early, but I have seen improvements in Arsenal, and I thought that this weekend was the perfect measure of that. So it's going to be an interesting game. I don't think a team's going to get battered. I think it's going to be maybe one goal in it, but I think Chelsea will just edge it. I wouldn't be surprised to see Giroud getting a goal as well.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. That would be
scores good big goals.
Another dagger in the hearts of our Gooner, isn't it? That one. Yeah. So what about the relegation battle? Who do you think will go down? Watford have got Man City at home, and then they've got Arsenal away. So Watford could go down here. Villa, I think, who have Aston Villa got?
No, there's got to be a massive goal swing as well.
Chadwick Moffat, sorry guys.
4 goals.
For me, Bournemouth look down and out for me. Like when you're watching, like they've gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
They're conceding goals for fun. Obviously, struggling to
I'm
score
not
goals.
sure who Villa have got in the last game.
Well, we got. Oh no, we ain't got. No, we've played them.
I think it'd be Norwich, Villa, Bournemouth. That's who I think will go down. Norwich, Villa, and Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Villa got Arsenal.
Watford could lose both these games. Watford could lose both because they're playing Man City tomorrow, and then they're playing Arsenal on the last game, so they could lose both games.
I think the thing is with Watford, they've got Deeney up front, and I think he's got a goal in him. He's physical. He's a handful up there. You look at Villa; they haven't really got a goal scorer. They haven't really got anybody who's a threat.
That's been their problem. Goals.
And the same for Bournemouth. They've got decent strikers, but Bournemouth aren't creating anything. They're struggling to score goals as well. So that's
down anyway. And
they've had bad injuries all season. Though, to be fair,
they are. Yeah, they've gone.
Claude, sorry, mate. We've got a super chat from Chadwick Moffat.
Oh,
thank you, Chadwick. Sophie, why does Bruno drive all the time? Prat. What's that?
I think you mean dive. I think you're saying where does Bruno dive?
Oh, dive. Oh, okay.
I think Bruno's just a clever player, to be honest with you. Obviously, there are some ways you say it's a bit dodgy, but he's just a clever player. He buys a lot of goals.
For us all day long, mate. I don't care.
He's just a clever player. He's just one of these players who he encourages the contact as well. Like he's clever the way he does it. But he does buy a lot. It is.
It's all part of the game.
What's your take on Maguire?
The games Drogba used to get up to in his day. Drogba, oh my God, he was the
Drogba was a beast.
Oh my God.
Don't start again, right, with the Drogba business. He destroyed your team, mate. Terrorised you. Terror.
He was class.
Even in that maroon monstrosity we used to wear.
Well,
you know, remember that maroon thing you used to wear?
I must admit,
coming out like bloody opal fruits.
Philip Sendros did have a few sleepless nights, I must admit. Yeah.
Destroyed, mate.
Good question. Good question, United up.
Let's all wrap it up anyway. So, Thanks for joining us, Sophie. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you, Claude. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And obviously,
thank you so much.
I hope there's going to be a watch along with you and Tony for the final, because I'll be interested to see that. Just make sure that Diesel's there to referee or something, please, because we had a bit of a starter today.
Do you know the weird thing about it? Do you remember me and you, Claude, right? Channel 4, all them flipping people, BT Sports, right? We were talking about Claude and that, right? They wouldn't even touch us with a barge pole now, would they, mate? That's too controversial. They wouldn't even have us anywhere near them.
Well, they won't touch me anymore.
We're old school.
Finished.
The thing is,
I'm totally finished now, mate. Anyway,
I want to say a few words.
I want to say a few words. So, hey,
can I just say a couple of words before we click off? Yeah, please. Sorry, I want to say a few words. No, I'll keep it nice. Yeah, nice.
Tony, I'll tell you what, right? Before you, because these super chats, they're going to disappear very shortly.
Yeah.
Before you do that, Chadwick Moffat, another super chat. Thank you, mate. Mike Dean screwed Wolves. Top 4 changes.
That was a joke decision. That handball against Burnley. No way was that handball. My dad's still not recovered after that one.
And Stephen, Sammy Gooner. Sorry, I missed the chat earlier. Is this the one you meant? Sorry, mate. Sorry, Steve. Thanks for forwarding it, Sophie. It means a lot to me and the charity Children's Liver Disease Foundation. Over 250 subs. Thanks to your support from you guys.
Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Exactly. We've got 215 people watching right now. Type in Stephen Featley's name in YouTube. This guy, absolutely brilliant. He's had the worst luck. He does a lot for charity. Please sub to him. Doesn't cost anything. It's free of charge. Let's help him because he's trying to do some good in the world. Yeah. Thank you very much, Steve. Top man.
Yeah.
Tony,
Stephen,
go on, son.
Yeah, a little message to Stephen. I've got 95,000 people on my Facebook. So if he wants to put his liver awareness thing over, I can put that everywhere on that as well, buddy. Yeah. So just check me out on that, and I'll do whatever I can, whatever can be done.
Exactly. That's what we do here.
I'll have a word with Terry to put it on ours as well. So anyway, okay, I'll talk to Terry in the morning and I'll sort that out for us as well. Yeah, what was you going to say, Tone? Sorry, mate.
All day long coming to my wife. Come on.
Well, I'm going to try and be as diplomatic as I possibly can, right? Okay. And I did do a video, and then someone told me not to do it. I think it was Kenny Ken actually at the time. He said, "Don't do it; it'll make it worse for him." And I went, "Right, I'm not gonna." Right, I think it's a fucking disgrace, right? What happened to that man? Claude, he's an absolute fucking gentleman, right? That is not ever, never will be, ever a fucking racist, right? The man, I know exactly what he was saying on that particular occasion. You have to be an idiot not to recognise what he was trying to say. He might not come out in the right way, but it certainly wasn't from a racist perspective. And I just think it's a fucking disgrace what's happened to him. And I'll tell you now, mate, I love you a bit. You're a top man. You're a fucking proper man. And you're a proper supporter. You ain't no fucking actor. Like a load of fucking them are. And AFCV, fucking watch on, mate. You fucking, seriously, he's the man that fucking made you in the fucking first place. And you drop him like a fucking hot potato. You fucking vermin rats. And I'll tell you something else as well.
No. Come on.
No, I don't care, Claude, because they fucking dropped you, mate, right? They fucking dropped you. Yeah.
I'm going to say this. Robbie had to make a decision, and let's get this straight.
You don't make a video, Claude, and then change it, right?
No, hold on.
Bullshit, mate. I don't give a fuck, mate.
Let me finish. Robbie's helped me out in a lot of bad situations when I was down.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, I would have probably committed suicide a long time ago. So I'm not going to have anyone have a go at Robbie on this. The thing is, he's under pressure. The people that should be upset with themselves are the ones that pushed this in the first place, and they put the pressure on him in the first place.
And your own supporters, Claude. And your own supporters, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a fucking proper supporter, mate.
I'm not having it said about Robbie, because Robbie's been a classy guy, and listen, I wish the channel well. No, I wish the channel well. I'm not going to start in doing that. I want to wish the channel well. I'm not going to get into all that. The only thing is,
I see you collapsing. I see you collapsing outside Stamford Bridge, mate. Don't. All right, I'll keep my powder dry.
No, all I'm going to say is he's had to make that decision because of the sponsors. And to be honest with you, you know, look, he's got more to lose than I have. It's a big business that he's got to keep going. And listen, I wish him the best. I move on. We all move on. And
yeah, well, listen.
I don't want to say any more on that. I just don't want to get into this.
Fair enough, mate. But I've got nothing to lose. I don't give a fuck.
That's and the best comment of the night. Go on, sorry.
Well, listen, all I'm saying, mate, is Chelsea SW6, 150 million% behind you, 100%, and you're welcome on it any time, mate. Much love. Big up, fucking Claude.
And the Bansta. We all move on. We all move on. We all do our own thing now. We all move on and we all get on. You know, at the end of the day, if it wasn't for Robbie, I wouldn't be having this channel today. So let's give it. Let's not be too harsh on him. But that's your, you know.
I have to agree. Yeah.
One door closes, another opens, mate. That's in the past.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And the future is this channel. Come on. I'm saying.
Anyway, and we go on, don't we? We all march on. We do our own thing, and I hope I've not been a bad host tonight. I'm not as good as Terry, by the way. I know that Terry's better, but I try my best, and I hope everyone.
Hey, look! Even Douglas loves you. Look,
I was going to say, I think that comment sums it up, doesn't it?
Exactly.
What's he say?
Hang on,
we love you, Claude.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. And I love everyone on it. I love you all. I love all the people in the chat room tonight. I love all the panel tonight. I love you all.
Why they love you, Claude? Because you can't beat real. You can't beat it, mate.
I don't hate anyone. Of course, there are people that have really dug the knife into me. That's sad. That's very sad. And there were people I thought everyone's going on about Robbie, but there are other people in that studio knew exactly what I said, and they've not come back to me since. So that's life. That's life. I don't want to go on about it anymore. Let's leave it.
Right.
Take it.
Listen. We've all got a conscience, Claude. Remember that. Everyone's got a conscience, right? Everyone's got a conscience. Ryan, super chat from Ryan. So I've got to get this in. Sorry. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan's put a great show, everyone. Thank
you very much, Ryan. And yeah, we do our best there. Anyway,
I just want to say, just before we go, I just want to say what Doug said there. Like, I've been coming on this channel quite regularly now, and to see how it's growing, to see the chat is always respectful. I love the community that you have here. I normally say hairdryer treatments chat is the most respectful, but I'm loving it here as well. Everyone's just supporting you, Claude, and I think you've just got to focus on the positive. You've got a lot of people who back you, a lot of people who support you. And like you say, keep doing your own thing now, because lots of people got faith in you. All of us here who are live have got faith in you. And it's just about focusing on the positives. Not everybody is a hater. So just focus on the ones who support you.
Okay. After all that, take care, everyone. And it's time to go. Come on, everyone.
Come on, Claudio. Cheers, guys. All the best. See you soon.